money part, I find it pretty interesting that 65% of players, 5 years after they retire, they all go broke. So, what do you think about that? Because you've done well after retirement, and why do you think most players go broke after the NBA?
Well, it doesn't take much. When the money is that big, you just don't pay your taxes for one thing. You don't pay your taxes one time and you're making, anybody does making 50 million, 100 million. You don't pay your taxes in 1 year. Penalties and interest and all these things. You can eat that up in a heartbeat. So number one, do that. Number two, you get married and get divorced. Cut it in half. Three, you buy things that don't continue to have value. You buy a bunch of cars, you buy a bunch of jewelry, buy whatever. So I think guys, a lot of times comes to nothing. The first time they have this opportunity, so they want to take care of their mom, they want to take care of their brother, they want to take care of their buddies.
Everybody get nice cars, yeah. Yep.
Okay. Other things, and all of a sudden jumps on you. And to repay those types of debt can't happen. You can't then go back to normal life and you're not making the $50 million a year and pay those penalties. So it could happen easier than you think, but it's still reason to have your head on your shoulders to pay attention.
Yeah, for sure. And I think going back to that point to where a lot of players, they've been, obviously groomed to be basketball players, but then after that, that's what you do. How do you invest? You go to law school and look into it. So I think that is a big part of it to where their identity is kind of gone, to where they have all the cash, and they still have this lifestyle, but they don't have that job anymore, So the investments, they can be, and then you have all these fees, you have, agent fees and this and that, and I saw that in the news that Marcus Morris, he played for the Knicks, and then he just got caught up stealing $250,000 for casinos. So it's just crazy that these players are doing these things now. Even to be able to read, like some days he just got locked up, he got out, but he was running. They said he was running a gambling type of scenario.
Illegal gambling ring.
I find it interesting. I mean,
shit crazy
and stuff, but these players find themselves in these particular instances that you wouldn't think, and it's pretty interesting because you make millions of dollars, and now it's just like it's almost like the lottery effect. When people win the lottery, they never had it, and they have these horror stories. So it'd be like they're the worst stories that these people are going broke, like they're killing a spouse and they're trying to get some money, and so I think that it just comes down to education. So I think.
Co-producer again.